inaugural season and the opening night of the USA CHL Junior Hockey League right here, State Farm Arena in Hidalgo, Texas. Hello again, everyone. Dennis Scott coming to you live, and we will be calling the action for you tonight as the new look Rio Grande Valley Killer Bees will be taking on the Laredo Bucks. A little background on the USA CHL Junior Hockey League. As I said, it's the inaugural season, and there are 4 teams in the league. The Rio Grande Valley Killer Bees and Laredo Bucks will be playing tonight. Those 2 teams have a heated rivalry going back to the year 2003, but this team is a different group of guys, and it's a young group of guys. It is a amateur group, a junior league, not compared to the old CHL. These players are 16 to 20 years of age, and when that CHL played here before, these 2 teams were always at each other. And I have a funny feeling that that sort of thing is going to develop as these 2 teams will play each other quite a bit. The 4 teams in the league include the Killer Bees, the Laredo Bucks, and the City of McAllen easily has a team. The Texas Lawmen, they will play some of their games at the Rio Grande Ice Center on Business 83, and there's also the Wichita Falls Sports. And I want to say a big thank you, a shout out to all the billet families. And if you're unfamiliar with the billet families, those are the families that are in the market that bring these young men down here, enable them to stay and eat and learn to develop themselves in the sport of hockey. And we will take a pause now as the singing of the national anthem will get us going here as we start the 2018-2019 season. And that is so roughing is the call, and so the Bucks are on the power play. Xenia Lavrov gets the face-off, but the Bees clear it down the ice, and out of the net is Kulizade to clear it for teammate Paul Simak. Back behind the net, Sullivan nearly took the puck away. Bees are on the short end of the man with the man in the penalty box. He lost his helmet. Boy, he's throwing his weight around out there, is Sullivan. He lost his helmet. And the Bees really trying to keep the puck out of their own zone. Coming into the zone now is the Bucks takes it into the corner. Mitch Mercier can't keep it in, and the Bees bring it back. Coming in, right wing side, takes a shot. He breaks his stick on the shot, but a save by Rusty Kulizade, and they'll hold on for a face-off. 1 minute and 15 seconds remaining to the penalty to Banks Burkhart, and the face-off will be in the Laredo zone. Bees playing shorthanded for the next minute 15 seconds, and they have really come out strong here. First shot on goal was by the Killer Bees. Another shot from the defense. Bees try to keep it in the zone, but the Bucks bring it out on the wing. And it's a 2-on-1 break. Pass in front, shot saved by Quinn Yeager, and he kicks it into the corner. And it goes all the way back out into center ice area and to the near side of the boards where Maxine Gushkov dumps in. Laredo has yet to get a shot on goal. There's a shot that goes wide. And still on the power play with 42 seconds remaining, and both teams change on the fly, getting fresh legs on the ice. Coming to center. This is Maxime Gushkov. Tries to weave his way through the defense, but the Bees are right there to clear the puck down the ice, at least down to center ice. Back to pick it up is Sam Pollock, the captain from Ottawa, Ontario. Sends it ahead. Mitch Mercier fighting for it along the boards, intercepted in front of the net and sent down the ice, and the Bees are doing an excellent job on the penalty kill. 10 seconds remaining on the man advantage for Laredo. Paul Simak back in his own zone, and the Bees keep it in the zone. The Bees were in the zone, in the attacking zone, more than the Laredo Bucks were, and they were down a man. So both teams back at full and equal strength. Back in his own zone, Pollock. He's being hounded there in the corner. They can't seem to get the puck out. And now the Bees have it shot in front, and there's a just wide to the right side as Kulizade moved over and he lost his stick, and the Bees have an advantage here if they can keep the pressure on, but it scoots out to center ice where Derek Costanzo has it for the Killer Bees. He's still without his stick. A shot on goal by Dominic Dumas, and Kulizade managed to ward off any potential scoring by the Killer Bees as he had his stick behind the net. 16 minutes, 41 seconds to go in the first period. No score here. Rio Grande Valley Killer Bees and the Laredo Bucks from the face-off. Cameron Bennett. Shot right out in front, and a turnaround attempt. Can't get a stick on it. Back to the right side, and a shot that is blocked at the defense, and the Bucks are having difficulty getting out of the zone. They come back out now 2-on-2. Back to get it, Costello brings it around to the near side. They fight for it in the corner. Bees take control. That's Cameron Bennett. Fights for it behind the net. He loses it off a check, but brings it up the near side. Intercepted there by the Bucks with Zenya Lavrov there, and a little mix-up. A whistle and a offside call, and there's a stoppage of play. And with 15:59 to go in the first period, there is no score. And a reminder, we are streaming live on YouTube. All you have to do is go to the Rio Grande Valley Killer Bee Facebook page, get the link, and you'll be able to watch the game live. This will also be recorded, and so it may be played at a future date to be determined. From the face-off, the Bees get it in their own zone, and it is set down the ice, and this is nearly icing. It's waved off. Taken there now by Sokolik. Sokolik drops it into the center ice area off the boards. The Bucks change, and here come the Bees on the wing. That is Dumas. Dumas in front. Shot saved by Kulizade as Dumas had an opportunity there, but Kulizade moved over, hugged the post, made the save, and caused a stoppage of play. Good end-to-end action here. The Bees have outshot the Bucks 3-1 here in the opening minutes. 15:28 remaining in the first period. From the draw, the Bucks, Nick Babcock shoots it down the ice. The Killer Bees seem to be a lot quicker off the draw here than a lot of the Bucks are. We got a lot of hockey to play. Here comes the Bees in on him. Sullivan shooting, and it's a save by Kulizade as he kicks it into the corner. Bees keep it in the zone. Wrapped it around near side. Bees changing on the fly, so there's nobody there to pick it up. Sullivan's making his presence known. This is Costello losing it now back behind the blue line in the Bees zone. Coming up right wing side, Renina coming in on goal, shooting, and it's wide to the far side. The Killer Bees are really showing their abilities here. Into the corner. That's Dumas. Dumas, the captain from Boise, Idaho. And the rest of his teammates try to keep it in the zone. It slips over a stick and goes to center. Bucks looking to change personnel, and they do. Circling now is Jake Santarelli into the zone. Nobody there to pick it up, but a black-shooted Killer Bee. Bees are wearing the black jerseys with blue trim, and the Bucks in their visiting white jerseys. Back behind the net, Bees grab it and backhand it out of the zone. This is Simak back in his own zone with Sam Pollock as the Bucks change and get fresh legs on the ice. A right wing pass just dumped in. Picked up there by Rio Grande Valley's Brian Pan. Brian Pan from Fremont, California tries to wrap it around. The centering pass is behind him. And the Bucks keep it in the zone. No score here, 13:37 to go, first period. See who scores the very first goal of this inaugural game in the inaugural season for the USA CHL. Bucks in the B zone with Zenya Lavrov from Sweden wrapping around the far side boards for Tyler Kupka. Now back behind the net. Oh, centering pass just deflected wide of the net. Lavrov back out to the point. A shot into a maze of players, and it goes just wide. That was from Lavrov. He was at the point. And a hard check there along the boards by Sullivan. He's really throwing his weight around now, and it looks like they started to look like they were going to drop the gloves, but they didn't. Looks like we may have some of that tonight as well. Maxine Gushkov clears it back into his own zone with Simak back to pick it up, and both teams change on the fly. All the way down the ice, they wave off icing, and the Bees bring it out of their own zone with 12:35 to go first period. This is Derek Costanzo to center. In across the line. In over the line. Looking to backhand it in front, but can't get his stick, can't get the pass off. That was Radina, and back come the Bucks on the wing with Hunter Hall. Hunter Hall, centering pass, and he fanned on the shot. Jan Sokolik sends it to the right side off the boards, and it goes down back into the Laredo zone. And both teams regroup as the Bees change on the fly. At center ice. That is Burkhart. Burkhart for the Killer Bees. In behind the net. Hard check there by Sean Costello. And the Bucks bring it out of their own zone. Bees controlling the action here, having outshot the Laredo Bucks so far 4-1. And they've applied the pressure quite a bit. They killed off an early penalty and had a shot on goal that kept the Bucks to just a single shot on goal in that power play opportunity. Long lead pass is going to go all the way down on goal. Down to pick it up is Lavrov, the Swede, behind the net, looking to pass it off. No one there. Gets checked into the boards there by Sean Costello, and the Bees try to bring it out. It's just pooched out to center ice area and sent right back in. Rio Grande Valley Killer Bees and Laredo Bucks. This is Cameron Bennett. Bennett dumps in. Bees change. They send out Banks Burkhart, the associate captain from Birmingham, Michigan, down into the Bees zone to center. Here comes Dominic Dumas. Dumas in over the line. He's got Burkhart. Backhand pass. Oh, it was a nice pass, but it was just behind the intended receiver. Here comes the Bucks. Santorini intercepted by the Bees. Here come the Bees on a 2-on-1 break. Ahead. Tries to get ahead, and it's off a skate, goes to center ice. Bees change personnel, as do the Bucks, and the Bees send it right back in. That was Derek Costanzo, drops it in, and the Bees change again. Bees trying to alternate their lines according to what head coach Wayne Smith of the Laredo Bucks decides to put out on the ice. That is Sam Pollock in his own zone, along with Mitch Mercier. Now back behind their own net, they'll bring it out. Tyler Kupka off the boards, and the Bees have it at center ice and now back into their own zone. This is Dumas, the captain of the Killer Bees, tries to get it up to center ice, and it's sent back behind the Bees net. Out of the net, a backhand pass right out in front, but there was nobody there to bat it home. It was a wide open net. Maxime Gushkov back out on the ice, the young man from the defenseman from Russia. He's there with Hunter Hall. The Bees drop it off the board, and it goes up over the glass and into the, looks like the Laredo bench. And that is a stoppage of play. 9 minutes and 24 seconds remaining, first period. Bees still with a 4-1 advantage in shots on goal. There is no score. And the face-off will be in the center ice area just to the right of the blue line of the Rio Grande Valley Killer Bees. Taking the draw is Zenyo Lavrov, the winger from Sweden. Carries in over the line. Sokolik. Sokolik takes a shot, and another shot, and it goes off the side of the net. Nice save there by Jaeger. And the Bees come back on the wing. Streaming down the right side. Brian Pan takes a shot, and it's blocked at the defense and comes out to center ice. Backhand pass coming near side to Radina, Lucas Radina from the Czech Republic. Back behind the Bees goal, and both teams changing personnel. A lot of jockeying of position going on out here tonight as the co-head coaches Terry Christensen and Kyle Christensen on the bench for the Rio Grande Valley trying to play a little chess match with head coach Wayne Smith. And now the puck goes on the boards. with the puck out of play. We'll tell you it is 8 minutes and 33 seconds to go in the first period. No score. Bees have outshot the Bucks 4-3. Only been a single penalty. That was to Banks Burkhart. He served 2 minutes for roughing, and the Bees managed to ward off the man advantage for the Laredo Bucks. Behind their own net, coming out, Hunter Hall on the wing. His pass too far ahead. Killer Bees take it there. Dumped in the zone along the boards. Nice check there as they fight for it. Now comes near side with Tyler Kupka, the defenseman from Buffalo, New York. Trying to get it out of his own zone. They finally do, and there's Derek Costanzo for the Rio Grande Valley. Carrying in. Costanzo takes a shot and gloved by Kulizade as he moved forward. The teams were trying to jockey for position there, and the shot was off goal, but he managed to put the leather on it and causing a stoppage of play. A reminder, this game is being streamed live on YouTube. Just go to the Killer Bee Facebook page and get the link, and you'll be able to watch it live. From the draw, the Bees grab it at center ice as they fight for it. It's a 3-on-2 break for the Rio Grande Valley. Coming in on goal, backhand. Hey, shoots and a nice save. It was an attempted tap in, but I'll tell you what, Kulizade really slid over and made a nice save on the play, and he really kept Dominic Dumas from putting the puck in the net. Whistle and stoppage of play as the goaltender for Laredo Bucks held onto the puck with 7:36 to go. Bees have now outshot the Bucks 7-3 here in the scoreless first period. Dennis Scott along with you, live from State Farm Arena, Hidalgo, Texas, looking for the first goal of the game. First goal of the season. From the draw, it comes all the way down into the Rio Grande Valley zone. Ahead. Bucks try to keep it in, and it's an offside. So the faceoff will be in the center ice area, just outside the B zone, near the blue line, on the dot near the blue line. 7:21 to go first period, and we remain scoreless. Trying to take the draw will be Dumas. Dumas getting a lot of ice time tonight. He's out there with Banks Burkhart. And they come to center. This is Burkhart. Burkhart trying to go through his legs, and he takes a backhand shot. It would have been just shy of the post. But just in case, Kulizade, the goaltender for the Laredo Bucks, put a glove on it, made the save, and holds on for the faceoff. Nice little crowd here at the State Farm Arena for the opener. Hope to see you out here for all the home games, and there'll be a lot more hockey being played here because there are two teams. Talk to you about that more as we have time. At center, this is Dumas. Dumas moving in. He's blocked at the defense. The Bees keep it in, but it's brought back out to center as Hunter Hall tries to take it in. And the Bees have been playing very, very good defense here in this first period, keeping the Bucks off their mark. Puck is wrapped around to the near board, into the corner. Laredo has it in the B zone, intercepted there, and the Bees have a break. Coming back and taking the puck away is Tyler Kupka. Bees try to keep it in the zone. They have a few players get wrapped up there at center ice. Bees were making a line change. Radina carries in, save by Kulizade, goes into the corner. And the Bucks try to clear with Maxime Gushkov. Gushkov comes up the right wing side. Brings it into the zone. Bees trying to scoot it out, and now there'll be a whistle and stoppage of play, and there'll be an offside on the call. 5 minutes and 55 seconds remaining first period, no score. Bees have outshot the Bucks 8-3. So that's a good indication as the level of pressure that the Rio Grande Valley is putting on the visiting Laredo Bucks. These two teams will see a lot of each other over the course of this season, having just 4 teams in the league. This is Brian Pan scooting in. Oh, nice move around the defense, but he just couldn't get the shot off. as Kulizade got the pad down. Back in his own zone, Patrick Sullivan. The left wing, associate captain, loses it. Kept in the zone by Mitch Mercier for Laredo. Wrapped it around the backside. That's Sokolik. Sokolik now sends it back out. Check that the Bees have it out to center. On a 2-on-2. This is Sullivan taking a shot. Lazade got the blocker on it. And he makes the save. And now a backhand shot, another backhand shot. Here's Sullivan shooting it, another save. As the Bees continue to apply the pressure here. A lot of good opportunities. They got another opportunity here as there's a line change going on. Dumas centering it in front, just a hair too late, and the puck comes out to center. A little too much of that jockeying can cause some confusion and can catch a team in the short hairs of the line change. Now the Bees come back. Banks Burkhardt had an opportunity, but it rolled off his skate into the zone. This is Pan taking a shot, and Brian Pan had an opportunity, but I tell you, the goaltender, Rusty Kulizade, has had his hands full. Blues now have 12 shots on goal in this scoreless first period. Glad to have you with us, State Farm Arena. They face off to the right of the goaltender. Bees control. This is Sullivan, Patrick Sullivan. Is it in the corner back behind the net with Costello right out in front, but he passed it right onto the stick of Jake Santarelli. The Bees keep the pressure on, keep it in the zone. If you're just joining us, this is Killer Bee hockey against the Laredo Bucks. An icing call is going to be whistled here, I do believe. No, they wave it off. I thought it was going to be icing, but they decided that the Bees could have played it. Now it's taken by the Bucks in the Bee zone, but they bring it back out. As both teams still continue to jockey for a position with the number of players on the ice, an opportunity for the Bees here. A little too much time on the wing with the puck. The Bees keep it in. And they settle it down now. This is Sam Pollock. He dumps in behind the Bees net, and Quinn Yeager, the Rio Grande Valley Killer Bee goaltender, tried to clear it out. The Bees get control of it, get back behind the net with Cameron Bennett. Bennett has it on the wing. Cross-ice pass. You got Radina coming in on a 2-on-1, and it's a nice block at the defense there by Sam Pollock, and the puck goes up over the glass and into the net. And so that will be a face-off with 2:55 remaining. Bees have really applied the pressure. 12 shots on goal to just 5 for the Laredo Bucks. You know, when I started to look at the rosters here, I noticed that so many players on the Laredo Bucks are from Canada and Russia and the Czech Republic. The Killer Bees have more players from the United States, but they have really applied the pressure here to a lot of these Europeans. From the draw, that's Jake Santarelli dumping in. They do a lot of that as the Bees get back on defense and have done a great job of that tonight, so far only allowing 5 shots on goal in the first period. Costanzo tries to wrap it around, comes to center. Back to pick it up, Tyler Kupka for the Bucks. Applying the pressure there for the Rio Grande Valley is Sean Costello. Back behind his own net is Kupka, the defenseman. Backhanded pass off of the boards to center. Loose puck picked up by the Bucks, but it's kept in the zone by the Bees. Back along the boards near side. Loose puck. And it's picked up there by Santarelli. Back cross ice pass intended for Zenya Lavrov, but he couldn't get to it, and the Rio Grande Valley comes back with a 3-on-3. Picked off there by the Bucks as Val Wyszynski picks it up. A cross-check from behind. There is a penalty coming up against the Laredo Bucks. This will be their first penalty of the night. and the Rio Grande Valley will go on the power play. So they played well, not only at full and equal strength, but they played very well with the man in a penalty box. So 2 minutes to Val Vasinski. And that looked to be like a cross check. That's a 2-minute minor, so the Rio Grande Valley will be on the power play. From the draw.
18 minutes and 20 seconds in the first period. We have a Laredo Bucks penalty on number 18. He'll serve 2 minutes in the penalty box for cross checking. Once again, an 18 minutes.
So on the cross check, the Bees get the man advantage, and they try to keep the puck in the zone, and Laredo has cleared it twice now. Back to pick it up for the Rio Grande Valley, Cameron Bennett. Back behind his own net. Head coach Wayne Smith sends out fresh legs on the penalty kill. Coming in on the right wing side is Dominic Dumas. A shot, or rather a pass, centering pass, and just off a stick. We're in the final minute of the first period. Moving in, a shot, and a save by Kulizade. And he holds on for the face-off. A little pushing and shoving in front of the net. Nothing much amounts to that. 1:11 remaining in the penalty and 51 seconds remaining in the period. So if there is no goal scored in the rest of this period, this power play will carry over to period number 2. This is the only game of the weekend for the Killer Bees. They will pick up the schedule again next weekend. From the draw, the Bucks clear it down into the B zone, and they have to come back and regroup. Ryan Pan on defense, coming out of his own zone. Bees with a man advantage for the next 52 seconds. There's 30 seconds left in the period. Into the zone, in front. A weak shot just goes off the stick of Sean Costello. Bees gain control, continue with control. At the blue line, cross-ice Pan, right wing side. That's Costanzo. Costanzo trying to get it through the defense. Can't. 11 seconds, 10 seconds remaining in the period. Need to get a shot off here if they have a chance to score on this power play this period. Takes the shot, and it's blocked at the defense, goes back behind the net, and that will do it for the first period. At the end of the first period, the Rio Grande Valley and the Laredo Bucks are scoreless. And when we come back for the second period action, there will be 19 seconds remaining on the power play for the Rio Grande Valley. 13 shots on goal for the Rio Grande Valley and 5 shots on goal for the Laredo Bucks. We will have more Bees and Bucks when the second period begins. You are watching the game on YouTube, streaming live. And if you would like to see the game live, just go to the Facebook page of the Rio Grande Valley Killer Bees for the link to see the game live. I'm Dennis Scott, and we'll be back with you when the second period begins. More Bees and Bucks in 20 minutes.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the ice.
And welcome back to the broadcast as the Rio Grande Valley Killer Bees and Laredo Bucks will go at it for period number 2 with the two teams changing side. The Bees will be defending the goal to the right, and the Bucks defending the goal to the left. Bees, of course, in their home black and blue jerseys, and the Bucks in the visiting white and gold. 19 seconds remain on the power play, as the Bees will have the man advantage for that amount of time, as Val Vasinski will remain in the penalty box for his 2 minutes, the remainder of his 2 minutes for the cross-checking penalty. No score in the first period. We go into the second period, still looking for that elusive first goal. Laredo with 5 shots on goal in the first period, and the Rio Grande Valley with 13. They really peppered goaltender Rusty Kulizade. Quinn Yeager only had to make 5 saves on the night in the first period. So we are set to go. They drop the puck, and the Bees get control of it, and second period is underway. Back in their own zone, this is Brian Pan, young man from Fremont, California. Sends ahead to Dumas. Dumas can't get the puck into the zone, and they bring it back into their own zone and regroup. Just a second now, the penalty has expired, so both teams back at full and equal strength. Carrying in, drop pass. This is Radina with a shot, they score! The first goal by Radina. Lucas Radina and the Killer Bees get on the board. So the power play expired, but the Rio Grande Valley get the first goal of the game and of the season. Came at 19:29 of the second period. And it's 1-0 Rio Grande Valley. Well, that's the way to start a period. It came just 31 seconds into the period. That's the 14th shot on goal. Power play wasn't much to talk about, but as soon as they got back to full and equal strength, the Bees put the marker on the board for the first one this year. So, Lucas Radina from the Czech Republic gets the goal. From the draw, the Bucks get control in their own zone. And coming back into the zone is Radina. Again, another looping shot, and they score again! The Rio Grande Valley gets the second goal in a matter of the first minute of the second period. At 19:09, it may have been Radina. So it's 2-0 Rio Grande Valley. And the puck was bouncing, and I believe Radina was the last one to touch it, but I may be wrong. I have to wait for the official announcement. I'm going to go ahead and give it to Radina for his second goal of the night. Let's see if that holds up to be the truth. Well, the Bees got the second goal, and they're giving it to number 14, which is not on the roster, so we'll have to get that clarified. It looked to me like it might have been Radina on the goal, but we'll wait to see what it is officially. But that's what was announced, but there isn't a 14 on the roster. So back behind the net, the Rio Grande Valley nevertheless leads it 2-0 here. And play goes on. Nice, hard shot by the Bucks, Maxim Gorshikov. But back behind the net, the Bees cover up and try to bring it out of the zone. Backhands it off the boards and down the ice where it's picked up there by Paul Simak. Simak to center. So the Bees score twice in the first period, or the first minute of the second period, I should say. And it is 2-0. Now in the Bees zone, the Bucks, Paul Simak takes a shot that goes wide of the net, into the corner. Back behind the net, the Bees try to clear the puck out. They fight for it along the boards. And that really has revved up this crowd here at the State Farm Arena. Behind the net now, Brian Pan tries to clear it out and does, and a little too far ahead for Banks Burkhart down the ice, and that will be an icing call. And so the puck will come back all the way back to the Rio Grande Valley zone. I think they're clarifying this goal. official scorers gave it to number 14, but there is not a 14 on the roster. So we'll wait to see if that's cleared up. Nevertheless, it is 2-0 Rio Grande Valley. Coming in over the line, that is Jan Sokolik. Sokolik back behind the net. Clears it there for Richardson. Richardson has it taken off his stick and it's cleared out to center. Back in his own zone. The Bucks now bring it to center. This is Sokolik. Sokolik tries to stick handle through traffic, and it gets up over the glass and into the net. And it's an out of play. 16:41 to go. Rio Grande Valley outshot. Here's the correction. 19. Dumas. So Dominic Dumas, the captain of the Bees, gets credit for the second goal. A shot inside the defense, and it goes into the corner. I do believe that Yeager got a stick on it. Now back into the corner again. The Bucks are now applying some pressure. And the Bees get it and get it out to center and send it down the ice, and this will be an icing call. 16:15 remaining in the second period. And the Rio Grande Valley Killer Bees have broken the ice, so to speak, with 2 goals in the first minute of this period, scored by number 20, Lucas Redina, and number 19, Dominic Dumas. The captain and the associate captain, and that has given the Bees the 2-0 lead that they're seeing right now. A shot on goal and a save by Yeager. Goes into the corner and comes back off the boards out to center ice. That's where Simek picks it for the Bucks. Right wing side. Valvasinski tries to control it. He can't keep his balance, and it goes back down the boards, back behind the net of the Laredo Bucks. Both teams change on the fly and try to get ahead of themselves here, but the puck is now sent all the way down the ice, and Cameron Bennett goes back to touch it, and icing will be called. So, I think that really woke the Bucks up here, as the 2 quick goals by the Rio Grande Valley here in the first minute of the second period has given them some reason to get after it a little bit. They had 5 shots on goal in the first period, and here in the first 4.5 minutes, they had 5 shots. Now another puck all the way down the ice, and this is going to be another icing call. Back to pick it up there is Brian Pan, the defenseman from Fremont, California, and the faceoff will come back all the way down to the Buck zone next to goaltender Rusty Kulizade. Reminder, we are streaming live on YouTube, and you can get the link on the Facebook page of the Rio Grande Valley Killer Bees. Now they sent out Dumas. Dumas will try to get the draw in the Buck zone. Comes to the blue line, but just trickles over the blue line, so the Bees are going to have to regroup. Pan gets it cross ice, backhands it back into the Buck zone. And now there's a little fisticuffs going on here. Away from the action. I knew that was going to happen tonight. That's Nick Babcock. And trying to catch the number of the Killer Bees. I was looking where the puck was. They separate them. And that is Banks Burkhart. Banks Burkhart and Nick Babcock both went at it, and they'll both go into the penalty box, and that got the fans all riled up here. So the first fight of the season, the first fight of the game. Fans always love to see that. Bees leading it 2-0. Burkhart and Babcock will each go for more than likely 5-minute majors for fighting. So the teams will not play at a man disadvantage. Both players will be in the penalty box for 5-minute majors. Doesn't do anything to the number of players on the ice as both go off for fighting. But you knew that was going to happen. Bucks have it in their own zone, back behind the net. Regrouping now. That's Maxime Gorshkov. They bring it to center ice. Stick handling on the left wing side is Santarelli for the Bucks. It's back behind the net. The Bees get it, grab it, drop it off the boards, but it's kept in along the blue line. A penalty coming up to the Rio Grande Valley Killer Bees as Kulakazi goes off the ice as they send out an extra attacker into the corner. And the Bees finally touch the puck, so the penalty will go against the Rio Grande Valley. The Laredo Bucks will go on the power play for the second time. And the Bees will have a man in the box for 2 minutes. It's like Derek Costanzo will go off. And the Bees will be on the penalty kill. Costanzo is defenseman from Daytona Beach, Florida. So the Rio Grande Valley will be on the penalty kill for the second time tonight. From the draw, the Bucks have it along the boards and they try to keep it in, bring it cross ice, off the boards, and the Bees send it back down the ice. And there's a race for the puck, but it looks like Sam Pollock will get there first, and the Bees will put on a lot of pressure in that first time they were a man short. And we'll see if they continue to apply that pressure in the zone. This is Simak. Simak takes a shot that's wide of the net, back behind the net, and a weak shot, and the Bees intercept and send it down the ice. Bees and Bucks both change personnel. And a shot on goal, Shardy, was blocked there by Kulizade as he managed to get the stick and the glove on top of that as the Bees change. Both coaches doing a lot of jockeying of personnel here, trying to make good matchups. Coming in over the line, that Sokolik. Sokolik can't get the shot off, goes back off the boards along the far side, kept in there by Hunter Hall. Hunter Hall now along there with Val Vasinski. They keep it in along the blue line, and now along the boards, and it's intercepted. And they try to get it out, and they can't. It's kept in. Can't get a shot off. Loose in front. Now it's cleared down the ice as Hunter Hall had an opportunity, couldn't get a clean shot away. Credit the Bees' defense on that, with now 29 seconds remaining in the man advantage for the Laredo Bucks. 20 seconds to go before Costanzo will come back out on the ice, and the Bees come back on a 2-on-2 on a short-handed opportunity. A hard shot there by Costanzo, and back come the Bees, and now here comes another little bit of fisticuffs, and here we go again. Another right. And they are going at it tooth and nail, and they go down to the ice and finally break it up. It was away from the action once again as the puck was sent down the ice, and when I turned around to look, both of them were going at it. And that really gets the fans all riled up. They love to see these guys go at it. Now each team has 3 guys in a penalty box. Babcock's already in there. There's still 3 seconds left on the power play as Derek Costanza goes back on the ice when that expires. So both teams will just be at a man advantage for 3 seconds as the 5-minute majors are not going to, well, let's see now. They are putting up penalties for Sam Pollock, so maybe they're not going to give them 5-minute majors. Pollock goes in for 2 minutes. And it remains to be seen if they're going to give the equal penalty to the Rio Grande Valley.
Ladies and gentlemen, 7 minutes, 24 seconds. We've got a Laredo Bucks penalty on number 7, Sam Cullen. We've got a Rio Grande Valley Philippines penalty number 2,
Marcelo Garcia, the lone representative of the Rio Grande Valley, who hails from Mexico. Okay, so Pollock gets 2 minutes for roughing and 5 minutes for fighting, and the Rio Grande Valley's Marcelo Garcia gets 5 minutes for fighting. So that's the difference. So there will be a man advantage. Well, they'll skate equally for 3 seconds, and then the Killer Bees will have the man advantage. So the penalty has expired for Derek Costanzo, and now the Killer Bees are on the power play. Into the Buck zone. At the point, Cameron Bennett. He feeds into the corner. Back behind the net is Sean Costello. Around the far side. He's looking to add to their 2-0 lead here. Out to the point. Out to the left side, that's Cameron Bennett. He takes a shot and a save in front, loose in front, and that is Costello trying to get a wraparound, and he takes it away and now sends it back out to the right wing point. Another shot in front, and it's finally caught and held onto by Rusty Kulizade from the Laredo Bucks. 1 minute, 12 seconds remaining in the power play as Sam Pollock is serving a 2-minute minor for roughing, and he's also serving a 5-minute major, which will not affect the men on the ice. From the draw, Bees control, but it trickles out of the zone, and they're going to have to regroup and come back to get control of the puck on the power play. Bucks have it at center ice, but the Bees pick up. This is Sullivan. Sullivan can't control it, and it's sent all the way down the ice. And there to stop it from bouncing is goaltender Quinn Yeager. Now back behind his own net is Cameron Bennett. The defenseman, playing defense, plays both forward and defense from Chicago, Illinois. Bees come to center, still with a man advantage. This is Sullivan, 35 seconds remaining in the man advantage. Sully goes into back behind the net. Picked off there, loose puck, tries to center it out in front of the net. Along the boards, Bees keep it in. And now finally it comes out and it's a one-on-one. Back behind, gets behind the defense as the Bees got a little sloppy there. It looked like Hunter Hall might have had an opportunity. 4 seconds left in the man advantage, but the Bees will not get the opportunity to score on the power play. So both teams are now skating at full and equal strength. Bouncing puck goes right into the glove of Rusty Kulizade, and the Rio Grande Valley Killer Bees will get a face-off in the Laredo zone. 10 minutes, 28 seconds remaining. It's been an excellent second period as the Bees scored twice in the first minute of the second period. 35 seconds in and another 25 seconds later, it was 2-0 as Lucas Redina and Dominic Dumas have the goals for the Rio Grande Valley. Bees have it in the Laredo zone, circling, moving, shooting, and a shot is blocked there by Kulizade. And he holds on for the faceoff. Bees have outshot the Bucks 18 now to 10. They had 13 in the first period and 5 here in the second period. We're halfway through it, nearly halfway through it. Bucks have yet to dent the scoreboard with Quinn Yeager pitching a shutout so far. Face off in the Buck zone with Sean Costello getting the draw, and it comes to center, and the Bees have control of it. They've done a lot of that tonight, controlling the face-offs and keeping the pressure on the Laredo Bucks in their own zone. Now coming to center, left wing side, shooting, And a stick on the puck by Jaeger. Shot was made by Jan Sokolik in the corner. They fight for it. Centering loose puck right out in front. Oh, it was cleared away there by Banks Burkhart. Another shot on goal. And the Bees get control of it, and they try to clear it out. Now it goes down the ice, and that will be more than likely called for icing, and it is. So with 9 minutes and 31 seconds remaining, the Bucks have awakened a little bit, but they are still trailing 2-0 to the Rio Grande Valley. So it's an icing call, and then they'll bring it back down into the B zone. Bees skating right to left. Face off to the right of Quinn Jaeger. Draw taken by the Bees, but it's controlled now by the Bucks. Back behind the net, they fight for it. Jam up back behind the board. Pass back out off the boards, and it's picked off there by the Bees. Oh, hard check on Cameron Bennett. Knocked his helmet off of him. Loose puck in front, and it's cleared away from the front of the net, but it's kept in the zone. A shot there by Paul Simak, and it goes into traffic. The Bees will try to clear it out. Wrapping it around the near side. Rio Grande Valley has control of it, and it's dumped to center, but it's taken away there, and a loose shot, deflected shot, goes into the corner. That came off the stick of Mitch Mercier. Now another loose puck, and the Bees come back, but it's not taken out of the zone yet, but now it has. To center. Back into the Buck zone. Ever since the Bees picked up those 2 goals, the play has been a little erratic, but the Bucks defense has picked up somewhat. Along the boards, Derek Costanzo drops it into the zone, and the Bees change personnel. Back behind, into the corner now, Maxime Gorshkov has it in the corner. He fights along there. Bees try to battle for it in the corner. And it's a loose puck still along the boards, still being fought for there. Sokolik finally gets the puck off the boards, but the Bees keep it in the zone, and a hard shot blocked at the defense, bounces all the way back into the Bees zone. Back to pick it up is Brian Pan, the Bees defenseman. He sends ahead on the wing, but it's picked off there by the Bucks. Now it's taken by Pan again. He could not take it into the zone until they could clear offsides. He had a teammate in the zone. Now the puck is now taken by the Bees to center ice. They're trying to get cohesiveness here. It's poked into the zone now as Dominic Dumas sends it back behind the net. That is Jake Santarelli trying to clear it. It comes to center. Rio Grande Valley leading it 2-0 here with exactly 7 minutes to go, second period. Back and forth we go, and the puck goes near the goal as Rusty Kulizade just puts a glove on it and holds on. The penalties for fighting have expired, the 5-minute majors. So everybody comes out of the box. And both teams are back at full and equal strength. Nice looking crowd here in the State Farm Arena Hidalgo. Watching the inaugural game in the inaugural season for the Rio Grande Valley Killer Bees. They welcome back hockey here to South Texas with the 2 teams that have been bitter rivals in name only. A shot from the point, and it's held on there by Kulizade. That came off the stick of Patrick Sullivan, the left wing associate captain from the Killer Bees. He was throwing his weight around in that first period. He's out there with Banks Burkhart. And let's see. The faceoff will be to the right of the Laredo goaltender. And Sean Costello was trying to get the faceoff for the Bees. They managed to keep it in the zone, although it was taken by the Bucks. Into the corner is Zenya Lavrov, the Swede. Loose puck picked up by Sullivan. He whips it back behind the net. The Bees have control of it. They bring it back out to the point. A shot on goal and a nice save there by Kulizade into the corner. Bees keep it in. That's Sean Costello. Still loose in the Laredo zone, and finally the Bucks bring it out. Right wing pass goes too far ahead, and down in the zone as icing is waved off. Sean Costello down to fight for the puck along the boards, back behind the net. Loose puck in front, and it's a backhand, and it's saved, and it's a rebound, and there's no goal as the Bees had an opportunity, but it just didn't happen as the puck was just a little bit too bouncy there in front as Kulizade managed to get a piece of it and finally goes down the ice. A couple of opportunities there, but they could not cash in. 5:43 remaining second period. Bees have outshot the Bucks 22-11 and lead it 2-0 on goals by Lucas Redina and Dominic Dumas. Face-off is in the Buck zone to the right of Kulizade. Back to the point. That's Cameron Bennett. Shot goes wide, near side, kept in the zone. That's Banks Burkhart. Back behind the net now. Looking to feed. Out to the point. A drive. That's wide, far side. Comes near side. Pan tries to get a stick on it. Picked off by the Bucks, and back comes Laredo. A 2-on-3 with Zenya Lavrov just dumping in, and the Bucks change personnel. Send one man in deep, and the Bees manage to get it out to center ice. That's Lucas Redina, has one of the goals here tonight. He dumps in. Bees change. It's picked off by Sam Pollock, and back come the Bucks, but the pass is too far ahead, and the Bees will try to get it out of the zone and do. But there is Hunter Hall. Hunter Hall gets knocked down. Penalty coming up against the Bees. 4 minutes and 50 seconds remaining second period, and the Laredo Bucks will go on the power play. Will be a tripping call against Dominic Dumas, the captain. Out of action here in the second period, so the Bees will go on the penalty kill for the third time tonight. Taking the face-off for the Rio Grande Valley will be Sean Costello on the kill. He gets the draw, and he tries to clear it down the ice and does. Back to go get it. Here's Sullivan. Sullivan races for it, but out of the net comes Rusty Kulizade, and Kulizade manages to get it away from Sullivan. And coming back into the zone is Sokolek to Hunter Hall. A shot is blocked at the defense. Can't get it out of the zone. Sam Pollock. Pollock keeps it in. Backhand shot, weak, and it's cleared down the ice. Minute 17 remaining in the man advantage for Laredo. And we're closing in on 4 minutes remaining in the period. Good end-to-end action here for the first game of the season and of the league. We'll go into more detail as to where they play next. And if you're interested in seeing this game, here comes an opportunity for the Bees on a shorthanded opportunity, but that one was blocked by Kulizade. Looked like Banks Burkhart had a shot there, and the shot on goal was saved coming into the zone. This is the Bucks on the power play. They can't seem to get their power play together here. The Bees just continue to apply pressure and send it down the ice. 18 seconds remaining in the man advantage. Comes to center, and Rio Grande Valley sends it back down the ice, probably for the final time, as there is 6 seconds remaining in the power play, as the Laredo Bucks did not get a shot in this power play. Down into the B zone. That's Nick Babcock. Babcock circles around the far side with Val Vasinski. His centering pass goes off a stick into the corner, where Jan Sokolov picks it up the puck, but he loses it. And here comes the Bees back on a 2-on-2. in on goal. Shooting, he scores! Dominic Dumas! Third goal of the period and second goal of the game for Dumas. So at the 2:29 mark of the second period, Dominic Dumas, the captain of the Rio Grande Valley Killer Bees, makes it 3-0. Second goal of the night for Dumas. As the Rio Grande Valley Killer Bees are giving the partisan crowd here at State Farm Arena something to cheer about. Face-off will be at center ice now.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've got the Killer Bees standing.
Face-off is taken by the Bees into the Bucks zone, but the Bucks bring it back on the right wing side with Brad Richardson. Richardson can't get connected, and it's sent all the way down the ice. Looks like Sean Costello goes down to pick up the puck, and there's icing, no icing called, into the corner.
Second goal of the night, number 19, Dumas. The assist number 21, Burkhart. Time of the state, 17 minutes, 31 seconds.
Burkhart got the assist, Banks Burkhart. Loose puck in front as the Bucks try to get themselves into this game. Down now 3-0 to the Rio Grande Valley, who have really shown a lot of effort here tonight. You got to really give them a lot of credit. They've applied the pressure and have done a real good job here. 3 goals here in the second period. Shot is wide, far side by Jan Sokolik. Bees pick it up, and here come the Rio Grande Valley Killer Bees again. Here's Sullivan. Sullivan with one man to beat, comes in on goal and takes a shot from a bad angle, and it goes off the side, but it was picked off there by Kulizade. Bees have it in their own zone. Back out in front, he shoots, and Kulizade makes a shave from point-blank range. Another big pressure play by the Rio Grande Valley Killer Bees. With 1:05 to go, they've now outshot the Bucks 25-11. 13 shots in that first period, and now 12 in this period with 1 minute to go, a little over 60 seconds. Draw is taken by the Bucks back behind the net. And I'll tell you what, you want to see this hockey team play a good game of hockey, come on out and watch the Rio Grande Valley Killer Bees State Farm Arena. You'll see them a lot this year here at the arena. 4 teams in the league, and you'll see a lot of the Laredo Bucks, and you'll see the Texas Lawmen and the Wichita Falls Force, the 4 teams in the league. But so far tonight, the Bees have really shown a lot of promise and effort. Out to center now. Picked off there by Jordan Ribick. Loose puck in front is cleared. Out to center. Bees change on the fly and send it back in. And one of the Bees gets knocked down. Crowd wanted to see a penalty, but they're not going to get it. This is banned. Now here we go. Here's a fight, and this is Sullivan for the Killer Bees and Mitch Mercier for the Laredo Bucks. And they are separated quickly, but Sullivan is getting these fans on their feet. Patrick Sullivan and Mercier, Mitch Mercier. So the Bees have won the fights here tonight. They are winning on the scoreboard with 9.6 seconds to go. This will more than likely be offsetting. So Mercier will go into the box, as will Patrick Sullivan. And with 9.6 seconds remaining in the period, they will probably just head to the locker room. But they'll stay in the penalty box and watch the action for the next nearly 10 seconds before they have to go to the locker room. Now, it remains to be seen if they are going to call a 5-minute major, or they're going to call 5 minutes for fighting, or they're going to call 2 minutes for roughing. because they weren't fighting for very long, and that is a determination by the officials as to whether they want to call that one or the other. Either way, both will go off, and neither team will have to spend a man advantage.
In the second period of play, we have a Laredo Buck penalty number 16, Mitch Mercier. He'll serve 5 minutes for fighting. Also, at 19 minutes, 51 seconds of play in the second period, we have a Rio Grande Valley Kilby penalty number 17, Patrick Sullivan. He'll serve 5 minutes for fighting.
And that's the way it is called, 5 minutes each. So each will go to the penalty box and then on to the locker room as the period ends with the score: the Rio Grande Valley Killer Bees 3 and the Laredo Bucks nothing. The Bees have outshot the Bucks now 25 to 11. So the Rio Grande Valley Killer Bees with 3 goals in the period, 2 by Dominic Dumas, and the first goal scored by number 20, Lucas Redina. And that's where we are as we head into the intermission between periods 2 and 3. You're watching the Rio Grande Valley Killer Bees live on YouTube, and if you would like to catch the link, just go to the Rio Grande Valley Killer Bee Facebook page and get the link, and you'll be able to watch live on YouTube. 3-0, Bees and Bucks. More when the third period comes around in a few minutes. We'll be back with that right after we take a pause for the intermission. Welcome back to third period action as we're about to start the third and final period here between the Rio Grande Valley Killer Bees and the visiting Laredo Bucks. Reminding you that you're watching on YouTube, streaming live, and if you'd like to watch future games from the State Farm Arena here, just go to the link on the Killer Bee Facebook page and you can catch the link and go watch it live on YouTube. Tickets for Killer Bee games is called 956-313-1112. You'll be able to catch all the action here at State Farm Arena. The next home game for the Rio Grande Valley Killer Bees will be Sunday, a week from tomorrow. That will be November the 4th. That'll be a 3 p.m. game against these same Laredo Bucks. And then they will play on November 6th, which is a Tuesday on Election Day, against the Texas Lawmen, a special time at 11 a. So, from the face-off, the Bucks get control of the puck and take it back into their own zone as Tyler Kupka backhands it, tries to get it out, but it's kept in. A shot on goal as Brian Pan put it on net, steered aside by Kulizade, and the Bucks come back into the B zone with Nick Babcock dumping in. They keep it in on the far side along the boards now. Hunter Hall tries to get away from the checking of Cameron Bennett. They fight for the puck along the boards there, and the Bucks manage to bring it ahead. A shot, a save, a rebound, loose puck in front, and it's stopped by Quinn Yeager, as the Bucks never did get a clean shot off, and he made the necessary save to keep it out of the net and keep it a goose egg up on the board for the Laredo Bucks. Bucks sent back down into the B zone. This is Jake Santarelli. Santarelli sends it out. The Bees get it and send it back out along the board's near side, and a delay offside with Santrelli send it back down into the B zone. Loose puck in the face-off circle. He's trying to get it out of the zone, being checked there. Jan Sokolik. And back to center come the Bees. And now the Rio Grande Valley, some news personnel out on the ice, leaving Sokolik to send in. Shot on goal, and it is a save by Quinn Yeager. And he holds on for the faceoff. 18-16 remaining here in the third and final period. The Bees leading at 3-0. 2 goals by Dominic Dumas, and 1 goal, the first goal, scored by Lucas Redina. And that's where we stand right now here in the third and final period, as Quinn Yeager is pitching a shutout. Santrelli gets the draw, but the Bees get it away from him and take it to center. Left wing packs by Maxim Gushkov, and it comes to center. Back to pick it up, Tyler Kupka for the Laredo Bucks. His pass ahead for Brad Richardson. He goes in, and a shot and a save there by Quinn Yeager. And the Bees are Johnny on the spot to pick up the rebound and bring it back out of the zone. Left wing side, into the Bucks zone. A dump in as the Bees change personnel. A lot of that going on tonight by the head coach of the Rio Grande Valley and the head coach of Laredo Bucks, Wayne Smith. The Bees actually have a pair of head coaches in Terry and Kyle Christensen as they're manning the bench for the Bees here tonight. Back in the Bucks zone. Centering pass out for Val Vasinski. Too far ahead. Center. Now back down into the Bees zone. Wrap around. Coming back out of the zone. That's Brian Pan. Centering pass right out in front. And he just couldn't get his stick on the puck as Dumas. And Dumas looking for the hat trick here, but he just couldn't quite get his stick down and get the shot off. Backhand pass back down into the Laredo zone. Sam Pollock back to pick it up for the Laredo Bucks. And the Bees and Bucks both change personnel. Long lead pass ahead for Nick Babcock. Goes into the corner as Stanzo comes out with it on the left wing side. Derek Costanzo from Daytona Beach, Florida. Has it now along the boards through the Killer Bees, and they bank it off the board down into the Laredo zone. But they continue to pressure. Sean Costello down to pressure, but it's picked off there now by Hunter Hall, and Tyler Kupka has it for the Laredo Bucks. They come out of their own zone. Bees have outshot the Bucks by 10, 25-15 here in the early going of the third period. Bees scored all their goals in the second period. And they continue to apply the pressure. Now around the near side, a shot wide by Jordan Ribbink. And the Bees have it at center ice. This is Lucas Medina. He has the first goal of the night. A shot goes up into the netting, and there'll be a stoppage of play and a face-off at the point of the shot. So the both teams will change personnel. 15:47 remaining in the game. The Killer Bees holding on to a commanding 3-0 lead. Reminder, the Texas Lawmen, another team here in the Rio Grande Valley, play home games at the Rio Grande Ice Center on Business 83. They open tomorrow night on the road, however, versus Wichita Falls Force. Into the corner. The Bucks have it back there behind the net now with Jan Sokolik. Sokolik circles on his off-wing side. The backhand shot is blocked at the defense there by Cameron Bennett. Into the corner with Costanzo trying to get it out. Bucks keep it in. At the top of the circle now with Simak. Simak being forechecked there, and here come the Bees on a 2-on-1 break. This is Dumas. Dumas going in on goal, shooting! And a save is made by Kulizade as he was looking for the 5-hole, and he quickly closed up shop and kept the puck out of the net. Dominic Dumas has been very close to the hat trick. He's got 2 goals here tonight. The captain of the Killer Bees scored both of his goals in the second period. 15 minutes remaining in the third and final period. Face-off will be to the right of Rusty Kulizade, the Russian goaltender for the Laredo Bucks. Face-off taken by the Bucks into the corner but the Bees managed to take control of it back into the far side. And a loose puck comes to center. This is Centrelli. Centrelli can't get by the defense as the Bees take it out of the zone and take it to center. Back on the left swing side. Coming in on goal was Banks Burkhart. This loose puck now at center, and Sam Pollock brings it to center. Pollock coming into the Bees zone, and it was offside. Another reminder of where you can watch these games live other than here at State Farm Arena. We're streaming live on YouTube. And all you have to do is go to the Killer Bee Facebook page and check out the link there, and you'll be live and in living color. Or come here to the State Farm Arena, Hidalgo. Great action here for the opening night tonight. Not only the opening night for the Killer Bees, but opening night for the USA CHL Junior Hockey League season. Glad to have you with us. Dennis Scott here in Hidalgo, watching the Killer Bees enjoying a 3-0 lead, having outshot the Bucks 26-15 so far here in the game. Timeout on the ice. Not quite sure what the situation is. It looks like the Killer Bee goaltender Quinn Yeager has some equipment problems, and the officials over there taking a look and making sure he's got everything in place. Remember, if you want to get tickets to see the Killer Bees, call 956-313-1112. You can get your tickets to come out and see the games live. Bees get the draw from the face-off. They have just been dominant in that aspect of this game here tonight against the Laredo Bucks. Lead pass ahead. Sent back behind the net, but picked off by the Bucks in the zone, and a shot on goal by Radina, who scored the first goal of the night. Save was made by Kulizade. Goes into the corner, wrapped around near side. Bees keep it in. This is Pan. Pan, the Fremont, California native, shooting right into the defense, and it's blocked, but it comes to center. This is Brian Pan coming in on the right wing side. 2-on-2. Pan shooting, another save by Kulizade as the Bucks bring it back the other way. Long lead pass too far ahead for Centrelli as he can't get control of it. Comes along the near side out to center. Both teams change on the fly as Sam Pollock comes back into his own zone. Lead pass ahead for Mitch Mercier, and he dumps it off to Pollock, and he can't get through the Bees' defense. That's Paul Semak, who backhands it into the zone, and the Bees just manage to seem to get control of the puck when they get into the defensive mode. A shot by Sullivan in front, a hard shot that Kulizade managed to get his pad on as the Bees just keep coming at him, putting that pressure on. Sullivan has really thrown his weight around here tonight. He's gotten into a fight, has had a few other of the members of the Bees and Bucks, and a shot into the Buck zone is going to be called, I believe, an icing call. And with 12:38 remaining in the game, the faceoff will come to center ice. It may have touched the netting, and that's why it will be face-off at center ice. Draw taken by the Bucks as they bat it in. It's a hand pass, no call, but the Bees managed to get control of it and bring it to center. Check that, they blocked at the defense, but now they bring it out, or attempt to bring it out. Getting it out of the zone. Along the boards, they fight for it. Dumas to center with Derek Costanzo dumping in. Bees are looking to make a line change and instead stay on the ice. Now to the blue line, dumped in by the Bees. Now they make their line change. as Dominic Dumas heads to the bench, into the corner. Bees have it. A shot from the point. Another save by Kulizade as Cameron Bennett got good stick on the puck, and now the Bucks are managing to change. It's been a chess game out there with these two coaches adjusting lines as head coach Terry Christensen and Kyle Christensen jockeying their lines with head coach Wayne Smith of the Laredo Bucks. Face-off will be to the right of the Laredo goaltender, Kulizade. Bees managed to keep it in, send it back behind the net. They fight for it there. And it comes along the boards, and the Bucks manage to bring it to center. This is Santrelli. Santrelli dumps in, but the Bees surround him, and he cannot get a clean shot away. Nice check there by Mitch Mercier, and the Bees come back. Long right wing pass. This is Marcelo Garcia, the young man from Mexico. In back behind the net. Puck taken away now by the Bees in the Laredo zone. Out to the point. Sent back in deep by Cameron Bennett along the boards in the corner. Behind the net now. Radina goes into a pack of players and comes up empty. Back comes Sokolek for the Laredo Bucks. Both teams change again. Sokolek ahead to Richardson. Shot is to the right of the net, and Richardson managed to get a stick on it, but Yeager was looking at where that puck landed, and I think it may have touched the netting, and they're going to call it. So with 10:29, we're almost halfway through the third period. The Killer Bees now have outshot the Laredo Bucks by 15 shots on goal, 30-15 with 10:29 remaining before we call this one history. Face off to the right of Quinn Yeager, the Rio Grande Valley Killer Bee goaltender. Hunter Hall will get the draw. And it's sent back out to center with Tyler Kupka. Sends back in, right on goal, and it's Quinn Yeager making the save. These two teams have just not been together very long, but they've shown a little rustiness of knowing each other's moves, but once they start to get to know each other, know each other's moves, know where their teammates are going to be, the hockey will be a lot smoother for both teams. Remember, this is a brand new league, and these are 16 to 20-year-olds just learning the skills that they have been developing throughout their lives. Along the boards, Derek Costanzo dumps in. Costanzo coming in, shooting. And it is Kulizade on the save. As Costanzo got good opportunity there, but Kulizade managed to come up with the save. At 9:58 remaining in the third period. Laredo Bucks have quite a few players from Europe, which I thought might have given them an advantage. A shot on goal again. This one came off the stick of Cameron Bennett. And Kulizade made the save again. That's 32 shots on goal for the Rio Grande Valley. They've just dominated here throughout. It was a scoreless first period. Then the Killer Bees scored 2 goals in the first minute of the second period, added 1 at the end of the period, and that's where we stand. 2 goals by Dominic Dumas, the captain for the Bees, and the first goal by Lucas Radina. And that's where we are, 3-0. Bees out to the top of the slot. Loose puck in front. Shot. Save in front by Kulizade, and it goes wide. There's a lot of traffic there. And another shot. Rebound. Score. No, it didn't score. He waves it off. It must have hit the post. Oh, excellent opportunity. Looks like he had the whole net in front of him. Another shot that Kulizade got the glove on. It was waved off. That looked like that was going in, but did not make it. Now Dominic Dumas. Oh. Mercier can't get can't get the stick on the puck, and the Bees had to get back and play a little defense there. Back into the corner. Ryan Pan. Pan comes out of his own zone. This is Jordan Ribbick. Ribbick sets it down the ice. And it's an icing call. Like I said, a little rusty as these guys are just learning the moves of each other. But once they play with each other for a while, they'll start to know where their teammates are going to be. 8:46 remaining in the game. Bees leading at 3-0. Looked like it was 4-0. That puck must have just tagged the crossbar. Bees fans starting to get in the feel of it here. Back behind the net. Coming out to the far side now. Oh, a big check at center ice. That was Sullivan. Sullivan lost his helmet for the second time tonight. A shot on goal, a shot, save! Yeager makes the save on a point-blank shot. Off the stick of Sokolik. Now the loose puck there, back off the board into the corner. Bucks haven't had many chances, but that was a good one right there. A lot of pushing and shoving going on here. The Bucks keep it in. Shot in front, loose puck, and Yeager takes a headlong dive and brings the puck in and keeps the goose egg on the board. It'll be a week between the next game. A week from tomorrow, the Killer Bees will be back here against the Laredo Bucks. It'll be a 3 p.m. start. So make your plans if you want to get tickets. Call 956-313-1112 or come down here to the State Farm Arena box office and pick them up yourself. Going into the corner is Burkhart, and it's sent back down the ice. Brian Pan back to pick it up for the Rio Grande Valley. Oh, loose puck in front. He had lost control of it. On the wing, there's Dumas. Dumas has been all over it tonight. I mean, he has been all over the ice tonight, playing a heck of a game. That's more than likely why they have that C on his shirt for the captain's job. Radina backhands it, swats at it. Far side now. Zenya Lavrov, the Swede, fighting for it along the boards. Picked up by Dumas. Dumas backhands, tries for the wraparound. Unsuccessful as Kulizade goes over to the post and hugs it, making sure it doesn't get in. Another opportunity, and this time he scores! The Rio Grande Valley Killer Bees scored again, and it's 4-0 at 6:55 of the third period. I believe it was Banks Burkhart that got the goal for the Killer Bees. We'll have to wait to see what the official call is, but it looks like it was Banks Burkhart, and that makes it 4-0.
We've got a Killer Bees.
Back behind the net now.
Second goal of the night, second goal of the season. Number 21, Banks Burkhart.
Burkhart gets the goal. He announced it as his second goal for Burkhart, but that's his first goal of the night.
Time of the goal was 13 minutes, 5 seconds.
So with 6:27 to go, the Killer Bees have really put up a pretty much what looks like an insurmountable lead here with just over 6 minutes remaining. Coming in on the backhand shot is Jake Santrelli, and Santrelli's backhand was a weak shot, and it was stopped there by Quinn Yeager. So Banks Burkhart gets the goal for the Rio Grande Valley, coupled with a goal from Lucas Radina and 2 by Dominic Dumas, making it 4-0, and he's 6 minutes and 13 seconds remaining, and the Bees now have outshot the Bucks 35-21. As they have had all the answers here tonight. Wrapped around backside, Cameron Bennett. Near side, here come the Bees out of their own zone, and they are relentless. They have not stopped putting the pressure on. A shot in front. And it's kicked into the corner by Kulizade. Bees have it. Out to the point now. Circling. This is Burkhart. Burkhart takes the shot again, looking for his second goal. And it is Kulizade, looking a bit frustrated out there. Teammates have not been able to keep the Bees from keeping the pressure on them. They've really done a job, and now they've got a penalty coming up. Looks like Paul Simak is going to go in for 2 minutes. And the Killer Bees will go on the power play with 5:46 remaining. So this is the first penalty of the third period, and the Rio Grande Valley will take advantage of getting the opportunity.
We have a Laredo Bucks penalty on number 14. He'll serve 2 minutes in the penalty box for interference. Time to call 14 minutes and 14 seconds.
So 2 minutes for interference is the call, and the Bees are on the power play on the right wing side. Coming in is Burkhart. He's out there now on the power play. Back to pick up the loose puck is Cameron Bennett for the Rio Grande Valley. He's being forechecked by Brad Richardson, and the Bees bring it out of the zone. Long lead pass intended for Banks Burkhart. He didn't see it, went over his stick, and that's going to be an icing call. That'll bring it back down into the Killer Bees zone next to goaltender Quinn Yeager, who's pitched a shutout here tonight. He stopped all 21 shots that the Laredo Bucks have fired at him. But I got to give a lot of credit to the Bees defense. They really played a great job of end-to-end hockey, getting back and playing defense and keeping the Bucks off of any kind of pace that they try to establish. Here come the Bees now on the power play into the corner. Backhand pass is just sent back down the ice by the Bucks. Back to pick it up now is Marcelo Garcia, playing on the power play for the Rio Grande Valley. This is Patrick Sullivan, they call him Sully, hails from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Long lead pass intended for Banks Burkhart. Goes all the way down the ice, and for the second time in this power play, the Bees have been called for icing. This is kind of unusual. 46 seconds remaining in the power play, 4:32 remaining in the game. Bees leading it 4-0. A week from tomorrow will be the next home game. These same two teams will face off here, State Farm Arena. Hope to see you out here then. Back behind the net now is Cameron Bennett. His backhand pass goes off a skate. Picked up there by Banks Burkhart. Burkhart's pass cross ice. Near side for Sullivan. Sullivan sends in. Bees get it into the zone, but have not had control of it. This has not been one of their better power plays, as the Bucks have played a very good job of killing this penalty off with only 18 seconds remaining in the man advantage. I don't believe the Bees have had a shot on goal during the entire penalty kill. Into the zone. Set back down into the Bees zone. That was Sean Costello. Bucks change personnel. Out of the box comes Paul Simak. And a shot on goal from outside of the zone by Derek Costanzo. And it was gloved by Kulizade, and he'll hold on for the faceoff. 3:39 remaining in the game. Bees with a very commanding lead at 4-0. 2 goals by Dominic Dumas.
Good job, sir. Good moves.
Lucas Rodina with a goal, and Banks Burkhart with the other goal for the Rio Grande Valley. From the draw, both teams now at full and equal strength. Sam Pollock wraps it around the boards far side for Val Vasinski. And the Bees get control of it at center ice with Cameron Bennett. Bennett banks it off the boards, coming near side with Garcia taking a shot. It was blocked at the defense, with Val Vasinski coming up with a loose puck and sending it ahead for Hunter Hall. Hunter Hall gets checked off the puck, and the Bees bring it back the other direction. Hard check into the board as Ryan Pan gets nailed against the boards. And the loose puck goes down into the zone, into the Laredo zone, and it looks like we're going to have a whistle and a stoppage of play and a penalty coming up. And I do believe the Rio Grande Valley Killer Bees will be called for a 2-minute minor. Sean Costello, I do believe, going into the box. Yes, it is. Sean Costello will serve a 2-minute minor. Well, the first penalty against the Killer Bees here in the third period. So Costello will sit for a pair, and the Bees will go on the penalty kill, and the Bucks will go on the power play. With just under 3 minutes to go in the game. Draw taken by the Bucks. They keep it in the zone. No, they don't. It comes out, slips over the blue line, and they have to come back out and regroup. Jan Sokolik brings it into the zone. The Bees block at the defense, bring it back behind the net. That's Cameron Bennett whipping it around and sending it down the ice. So the Bees trying to kill this off and end the game here with 2.5 minutes remaining in the third period and a minute and a half remaining in the power play. Coming in over the line is Sokolik. Sokolik takes a shot and Yeager makes a save. Right wing side, centering pass, and it's blocked at the defense and comes out to center ice. Bucks can't seem to get the momentum going that they need to make things work for them, and the 0 on the scoreboard is a good indication of that. Closing in on 2 minutes remaining in the game and a minute left in the power play. Back behind the net, Derek Costanzo tries to get it out. Bucks keep it in. Back behind the net. Cross ice pass. Shot blocked at the defense and covered nicely by Quinn Yeager as Paul Simak took the shot from the point, and Yeager holds on for the faceoff. Next home game, Sunday, November the 4th. That's a week from tomorrow against the same Laredo Bucks. For tickets, call 956-313-1112. Or just come down here to the State Farm Arena in Hidalgo and get your tickets at the box office. Face off to the right of Yeager. Bees will have another 48 seconds to kill off on the penalty kill. Bees get the draw, and they've done that really well here tonight. Bucks kept in the zone, and it's covered up nicely by Yeager. Quinn Yeager's pitched a shutout here tonight, stopping all 23 shots on goal. The Killer Bees have had 36 shots on goal and have just dominated play, as the score would indicate it, 4-0. Face off to the left of Yeager with Hunter Hall trying to get the draw for the Laredo Bucks. He does, but the Bucks have it at the blue line with Pollock. Cross ice now, all the way out to Pollock, top of the slot. Shot into traffic, deflects, redirected into the corner. Hunter Hall tries to go inside. Loose puck comes out to the center ice area, and they're going to have to regroup. 10 seconds left in the power play, and a minute left, and here come the Bees. Pan tries to shoot in on goal, and his shot is blocked, looking for that 5-hole, couldn't find it. But it had a nice move to the goaltender. Less than a minute to go in the game. Bees leading at 4-0, and they're going to wrap this one up after killing off the penalty again. The only thing they need to do now is preserve the shutout. Bees into the zone, and it is an offside. 43 ticks left on the clock. 4-0 Rio Grande Valley, showing the partisan crowd here at State Farm Arena what they're made of. These are 16 to 20-year-old youngsters who are from all over the country, and some from Europe and some from Canada. And they're trying to showcase their wares to try to move on into the older world of hockey, if you will. These are amateurs, and they are showcasing their abilities. And now a little fisticuffs down in the corner doesn't really amount to much. With 32 seconds left on the clock, there really isn't a need for any more any more action there. Burkhart skates away. And the Bees trying to wrap this up in 32 seconds. Now they may have called a penalty. Yeah, they have. Tyler Kupka is going to get the gate. So that will put an end to his night. 32 seconds left on the clock. He'll serve a 2-minute minor. And the Bees will be on the power play for the remainder of the game. So the Rio Grande Valley will open up the USA CHL inaugural season with a big victory. Let's see, they're going to call a penalty on one of the Bees as well. I said it was Banks Burkhart who skated away, but he's not going to be able to skate away from the penalty box. So they're both in the sin bin for the remainder of this game. Just 32 seconds remaining.
Also happening at 19 minutes 28 seconds in the third period, we have a Rio Grande Valley Killer penalty number 21. Banks Burkhart, he'll serve 2 minutes in the Rio Grande Valley penalty for delay of game.
Delay of game is the call. And this game is wrapping up here as the Bees continue to pour on the pressure. Sean Costello in the corner. He's being checked into the boards there and hounded there by Centrelli. But he continues to fight for the puck. You gotta like the spunk of this team. They look pretty good. 10 seconds left in the game. Bees have it in the Laredo zone. Picked off there, sent out to the point. One more shot, blocked it to the fence, and that, ladies and gentlemen, is the end of the game. The Rio Grande Valley Killer Bees open up their season with a 4-0 win. And I must say I'm very, very impressed with the quality of play and the stamina and the working of these two clubs, but especially the Killer Bees with the ability to put the puck in the net. Star of the game has got to be the man who has 2 goals on the night, Dominic Dumas. And I got to give the second star to the goaltender, Quinn Yeager, who had pitched the shutout. And let's go with Banks Burkhart with a goal and an assist. And the Killer Bees are out on the ice with their sticks in the air, saluting the fans. The fans love it. The fans enjoyed a really good hockey game here tonight. And I must say, I did too. I really appreciate being a part of this group, and we look forward to many more games together here at State Farm Arena. As we mentioned, the next home game is Sunday, 11/4, which is November the 4th, next Sunday, not tomorrow, a week from tomorrow, against these same Laredo Bucks. It'll be a 3 p.m. start, and then the Killer Bees play an afternoon game, or actually a morning game at 11 o'clock on the election day on November the 6th. It'll be against the Texas Lawmen, which is the other team that the Rio Grande Valley has here in South Texas. Once again, final score, the Rio Grande Valley wins it 4-0 over the Laredo Bucks. This is Dennis Scott saying thank you for joining us, and we will see you next time on YouTube, streaming live, where you can get the link on the Killer Bee Facebook page. Thanks for joining us. See you the next time. Dennis Scott saying so long from Hidalgo, Texas.
Tonight's number 2 star of the game, scoring 2 goals and an assist, number 21, Banks Burkhart. And now, ladies and gentlemen, join me in Sarah to introduce our number 1 star of the game. He's got 2 goals and 2 assists from your Killer Bees, number 19.
Say his name.
Captain Dumas.